Well, hello there. What's up, dudes? Welcome back to the S Stands For. I'm Stephen Thomas, and today we're going to be talking about my theories as to what would happen at the end of the universe survival arc that's in Dragon Ball Super. So, first thing I want to talk about is the Omni King. And the Omni King has announced in the recent video that came out of the episode that actually both of them announced, because there's two different versions from two different timelines, that in this tournament the victor of the entire tournament, their universe will be spared and all of the other universes will be eliminated. And this entire course of events took place because Goku had said that he wanted a challenge. He's always actively looking for hard opponents to fight against. And so having a personal tie connection with the Omni King and actually calling him by a friend where everyone else is very respectful, because this guy could super easily just destroy the entire existence of the universe. He decides that he goes against the wishes of Beerus, who Beerus basically made it sound like he was going to kill Goku. And Goku plays a little trick, goes and talks with the Omni Kings. Kings or king, depends on how you want to look at it. Technically, there's the same being, but there's two versions of them. And convinces him to throw this tournament that they had kind of talked about before. So the terms, as I mentioned, is that whoever loses in the tournament, their universe will be destroyed, but only one universe will exist. Now there's these giant Super Dragon Balls that exist across the universe that will actually grant any wish. So traditionally, whenever you collected the Dragon Balls either on planet Namek or on planet Earth, the limitations for that dragon is restricted to the power of the dragon itself, or the power of the creator of the dragons. So it can't exceed something beyond that. We've seen in the past issues of trying to revive too many people because of the power of the dragon, and circumstances revolving around that had to be separated into different wishes. But with these Super Dragon Balls that are located all across the universe, it said that it can grant any wish, period. Goku being the main hero of the story, one of two things I think will largely happen. Either I think Goku will win the entire tournament, or possibly Gohan, who won the Cell games technically, will come in and rise to the final position of taking that seat from Goku yet again. And I think this is a situation where Gohan has realized as time has gone by that he needs to train and protect Earth, because for one thing, Goku's not always going to be around. And especially now, Gohan realizes he has someone worth fighting for, or somebody, which is technically his wife and his daughter. So Pan and Videl are really, really important to him. Goku and Gohan are the only ones that know about this tournament and the fact of how risky it is for everyone to lose. And that's more inspiration than ever for Gohan to raise and take himself to a whole other level. When he fought against Cell, his whole time he was training for that was with this realization that his entire family, his mom, everyone that he knows, Piccolo, they'd all be killed. And this pushed him not only to reach the level of being the youngest Super Saiyan ever, but also to be the first one to hit Super Saiyan 2. And that's a huge, huge, huge jump from where he was before. So this is what I think is going to happen, guys. I think at the end of the arc, Goku or Gohan will win the tournament. And if it's Goku, perhaps Gohan will come up with this idea because Gohan's really smart. I would be surprised if Goku came up with this. Maybe Bulma could suggest it, one of the smart characters. It would be a huge curveball if Goku came up with this, but basically they are going to be having the opportunity to grant a wish using the 7 Super Dragon Balls. And I think what's going to happen is either they're going to convince the Omni King to not destroy all of the other universes, and if the Omni King doesn't want to listen to it, then they'll use the Dragon Balls to find a way to convince the Omni King. Or I think what is much more likely is that they're going to wish for either all of the individuals from the other universes to be teleported to Universe 7, where Goku resides, And so even though their universes are destroyed, they can all continue to live on in this present time period. Now, something I want to mention, which I actually just found this out a couple minutes ago, I was doing some research for this, is that there's the time nest. And it said that the time nest is used to alter time and its history, but the time scrolls, that if the time scrolls were destroyed, then that would actually destroy the universes themselves as well. So whoever it is that would make this wish or do this method, I think what they would also have to do is to be specific in transferring the time scrolls. Because if you only transfer the people, the creatures, all living things to one specific universe, those time scrolls are technically not living things. And if those are destroyed, then the entire universe itself will cease to exist as well. And I believe it even said all of the history. Yeah, because those time scrolls depict the history of that universe. So I don't know if you'd have to rewrite certain parts of the scrolls to make it pertain to this other universe or something, but there has to be a protection plan that goes in to prevent the elimination of all these other universes. And I want to ask you guys something as well. Let me know in the chat comments down below, but from what I can understand is that whenever a character dies, they go into that same universe's afterlife. They go in to check in. Like King Yama, I don't think he checks in people from other universes as well. I think that he only does it for Universe 7. So would that mean that if all the other universes are destroyed, not only would they be destroyed in the living aspect, but in the dead aspect as well? They just wouldn't cease to exist anymore, period. Like completely gone. And if that's true, and anything's revealed in this arc, that means that the stakes for Goku are even higher. Because it definitely means that, like, Goku, you will never be able to fight anyone ever again. Everyone that you love and care about will never be able to come back to life, for one, because it doesn't exist, but they won't be able to do anything. Your son, your granddaughter, your wife, your other son, your best friend, you know, your instructor, your teacher, your grandfather, everyone you've ever loved and cared about will no longer exist, period. It'll be like as if they never even happened. And this is all technically because of you opening your mouth and issuing this challenge. We're seeing him in the beginning with this arc not even really taking it that seriously. There were some subtle moments where he was kind of like, oh my gosh, but then he's doing all this other stuff that's really jokey, which I find to be kind of surprising. Like, you know, I've chronicled following Goku since Dragon Ball, and he's had moments where he's funny and he's silly and stuff like that. But with this specific tournament and the stakes that it are, I feel like he should be approaching it in the same sense of when he approached Cell at the Cell games. And I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks like this or not, but I would love to know what you guys think about all this. So do you think that there will be a solution to save all of the other universes? I don't see any other way that it wouldn't happen. I think it'd be really, really sad. I don't see Akira Toriyama writing some sort of a storyline where, like, of the 12 universes, 11 of them are completely gone and there's nothing you can do about it. Doesn't make any sense to me. So I think using these like ultimate Dragon Balls in some sense to save everyone else is the only solution. And the possibility of Goku losing or Gohan losing in this arc is extremely small, but I think it's also theoretically possible that during the course of the tournament, whoever it is that does win will befriend the people of Universe 7 enough, and even if they started as a bad guy, they would come to the realization that the power that they have to make this wish could save everyone. And if that person were to beat Goku or Gohan in this tournament to become the final victor, it would also lead into a whole nother set of questions of, would there be a rematch? Would Goku or Gohan at some point later be confronted with this villain in another season or in another arc of Dragon Ball Super or of another establishment later on to find out who the real victor is? Because Goku's always overcome his enemies and been able to find a way to beat them. And he's always found a way to keep getting stronger. Even if he's had moments where he's lost, he's trained, he's come back, and he's been able to get to the point where he could have technically beaten the people in the past too, such as Cell. You know, Gohan is the one that beat Cell technically the first time around, but Goku, with him being Super Saiyan Blue, he could easily take care of Cell. And yeah, so let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments down below. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about how this tournament is going to end and how everyone could be spared. I'm really, really curious about this. And yeah, this is my first time doing this on this channel. The S stands for, technically it stands for Hope. My name is Stephen Thomas, yeah, but this is a reference to Superman, and I originally did a lot of gaming stuff on this, and then recently I started approaching the vlogging stuff, thinking that, well, maybe I could touch on some of this YouTube news and things that are going on. And I love anime. I've followed Dragon Ball for quite a while. There's a couple other channels like Seth the Programmer. He's got really good information. If you guys want to check out some Dragon Ball stuff, go check his channel out as well. And I'm just giving this a shot, and let me know what you guys think. So if you guys are new, feel free to subscribe. If you like this video, like the video, and be sure to drop a comment. And I will see you guys later.